What's up, stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Welcome to episode 60. My dogs.
Wow.
What up, Jean Thomas, my compadre?
What up, dude? Boom clap, stokers.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah. Hanging in. How you doing?
I'm good, you know. Got through the Monday. Just tried to stay active, stay working.
What'd you get up to?
I freaking I went to the gym. Dude, I did a boxing class with Andrew.
Yeah.
Our buddy Andrew, our agent.
Yeah.
And I did boxing. Dude, I was sore. I was sore all weekend from it.
Which muscles?
Like my whole body.
Oh, really?
I think
Dude, it's a full body workout.
it was full, well, it was like circuit kind of training.
Yeah.
So like they were like body squats and like burpees and then punch in the bag. No jump rope, which I was kind of hoping for jump rope, but I mean I was fucking pouring out sweat.
Dude, it's a tough workout, man.
Yeah.
I had some of the guys over on Saturday night to watch the UFC fights.
Mm-hmm.
You were missed. And then I always make my brother, whenever he's with me, do something physical with me. Like I'll either start wrestling him, but my favorite thing to do is he either puts his hands up or I put my hands up.
Yeah.
And we just start hitting the mitts with our hands.
Yeah.
And like my brother was just drilling my hands.
Yeah.
And I get lost in it. And literally it's like ASMR or something for me. Like when my hands are just hitting someone's fist and we're flowing, like all the problems seep away. And I'm like, this is how the universe is supposed to work.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're connecting with that vibration.
Yeah, dude. It's really, really nice.
Dude, yeah, I felt it doing combos.
Yeah.
Because they had you do combos where you hit the mitts, you know, and it's like jab, jab.
Cross.
Yeah, it's like jab, jab, haymaker. That's like the only.
Yeah, dude, throw that thing.
Yeah. But once they got a little complicated, you did like the ducks and stuff. I was like, man, it is orgasmic. I thought.
Because you feel the way that one leads into the other, and you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, there's like a really nice like physical poetry to this.
Yeah. When you connect with the mitt.
Dude. Oh, and you hear that, pa.
Yeah.
It's the best, dude.
And they're cool. What's it called? I forget the name.
Like Sweatbox or something like that. It's like one of these like CrossFit, like Soul Cycle boxing variations, right?
Yeah, very LA.
Yeah.
It's very LA.
I love anything too LA.
Yeah. Prevail Boxing.
Ooh, good name.
Prevail Boxing. Just getting
You gotta
in there.
prevail.
Yeah, dude. I was hitting the bag, you know. It was fun.
Yeah.
But my whole
awesome.
body was sore. I think because I've been doing cardio primarily. So.
Anytime you switch up the routine,
Yeah.
you're gonna get some muscle destruction that's brand new to your body.
I was watching some Floyd Mayweather like motivational stuff, you know, just like how
how he works out at like 3 a.m. and stuff like that.
Yeah, but for me, I'm like, that looks like paradise.
No, it's all on his schedule.
Yeah, like you just work out a ton. It looks awesome.
Totally.
But they're like, yeah, it's work ethic. I'm like, yeah, but this sounds like really fun.
That's why it's hard to like when athletes are out of shape, you're like, dude, like you're living the dream. Like you just get to work out and then like perform physically for money.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of great. Like I remember Raymond Felton, this NBA point guard.
Yeah.
He got like pretty noticeably chubby a couple seasons.
Yeah.
And he was even talking to reporters one time. He's like, I've only been out of shape for 1 out of my 7 seasons.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not even, you're a professional athlete.
Yeah,
Like, that's not a
dude.
good ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like one day.
No, he said like 1 season. He admitted. He was like,
Damn.
yeah, I was fat.
Yeah. No, maybe because I associate so much pleasure with working out. It's like you're just always feeling good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
What else was Floyd saying?
Oh, they're just he was. I mean, it was all about the winner mindset. You know, like you gotta think you're the best.
Yeah.
You know, like if I feel like running, I'll just run, and all that kind of stuff, like visualizing all that stuff, and just like having that mindset of like being a champion.
He grew up in a crazy family culture too.
Yeah,
Like
I know a little bit. What? Yeah, do you?
well, they would show home videos,
Yeah.
and it's like there's like a barbecue, and
Yeah.
then people are boxing,
Yeah.
and women are boxing, and
Yeah.
kids are boxing, and like old men are boxing. It's just
Yeah.
like it was like bred into them from birth. You know?
Yeah.
And I think there's even a story. I'll get the details wrong, but Floyd saw someone in his family use another person in his family as a human shield when someone pulled a gun on them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That fuck you up.
That'll trigger some shit. Yeah, I don't know what it did to him, but he's got great defense.
You're like,
So,
damn. Oh,
yeah,
dude. Yeah.
he's got the world's greatest defense, so it did something. He's funny too, man. When he was fighting Ricky Hatton was like this like chubby, not chubby, he got chubby, but he's like a banging, like grab you up and like rough you up kind of English fighter.
Yeah.
And he was trying to, he was saying like he was down to earth and Floyd was like materialistic. And he's like, I don't fight for a Lamborghini. I fight so I can go have a pint with me mates at the bar.
Yeah.
And then Floyd's like, I risk my life all the time so that I can make all this money. I don't risk my life so I can go have a pint at the bar. And after Floyd said that, I was like, I think Floyd might be more right than Ricky. Yeah.
There's a point in the video where he's like, yeah, you know, you think you get into it for the money, then you get the money, and you're like, nah, it's for the love of boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Because he calls himself Money Mayweather.
Yeah. Dude, I saw him one time on Sunset. I
Oh,
saw his
really?
well, I didn't see him, but I saw his caravan. I'm like, man, that's TMT, baby. Is that what it's called? TMT?
Maybe. That Team Moneyweather team?
I think so.
Yeah. They got team in there twice or something. Yeah.
Just to emphasize.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 cars that all had his fucking TMT.
Yeah. He's phenomenal. I mean, he can block 3 punches without moving.
Yeah.
He just sits there and then like barely moves and he
Yeah.
stops like a killer from landing a shot.
Yeah,
It's
I remember
insane.
that fight with him and the
McGregor. Yeah.
Well, no, the one before that. The Filipino guy?
Oh, Pacquiao.
Pacquiao.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Floyd fights are boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Because he
technical.
just makes you miss. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's a weird way to be gifted to make
Yeah.
this like violent sport not violent.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I was I boxed this morning with Robert and I was like kind of depressed and so
Yeah.
like I was throwing depressed punches. Like I was like these like slow, like I looked like an old person.
Like
But I got through it. I felt better afterwards.
GT, you good?
Yeah, he was like, just punch through it. And I was like,
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, I'm depressed. And he was like, all right, let's go. Like I would just be skipping rope and then I'd be like, supposed to do like 2 minutes and then a minute in I'd just be like, no. And then I'd go sit down and look out the window for a minute. It's like a
Dude,
very emo version of working out.
Dude, that'd be a fight of the depressed boxer.
Yeah.
You just get in the ring and you just get your shit tossed. And he's
Yeah.
like, cool thing.
You get hit and then you just walk over to the corner. You're like, I'm over it. You can
Yeah.
keep hitting me if you want, but I'm not going to fight.
He's just fucking wrecked.
You're just getting abused. You're just looking out the window. Yeah.
You're like, damn, what's this all for?
Yeah. What else has been going on?
I watched Ace Ventura When Nature Calls last night.
Dude, great movie.
Amazing. He fucking, like every scene you're like, I always wonder like how much improv went into it.
I got to imagine a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's so in the moment.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was so good.
He's so talented.
Yeah. He shouldn't have started meditating so much.
Dude, I was thinking about it. These comedic actors, they don't stay comedic for very long. We talked
Yeah.
about it with like, when we talked about Will Ferrell when he was your Legend of the Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they have their shtick and people kind of figure it out and then they're like, but I think there's also this thing of like, I want to become dramatic.
Yeah. Or they want to like do good for the world. I
Yeah.
think it's also like humor comes at the expense of people a lot. And I don't
Yeah.
think they want to like make fun of people.
Yeah.
They're like so sensitive. They just want to like, help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not that funny to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Amy Schumer, she's like so into like the activism and stuff now. Like when she
Yeah.
started, there was none of that. She was just like a raw, filthy comic.
Yeah.
And now she's like, everything's about like, everything she says has an underlying importance to it, which I think it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the world needs more goofiness.
For sure.
I think that helps more than like pointing out all the wrong.
But maintaining that goofiness seems to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like once you reach a certain level of success, then you start tweeting about politics.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like
Yeah. No, it's true.
you gotta stop tweeting about dongs and start tweeting about like the election.
Yeah.
And people are like, come on, man.
Dude, I was watching old Nick Kroll clips from the Kroll show.
Oh, dude.
Dude, the ref character is so goddamn funny.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love ghost bouncers.
Dude, the little like asides that they do in there, like Jordan Peele's another ref and they're starting to buddy up and he's like, Nick Kroll's like, what's your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie? And he goes, Signs. And then Nick Kroll's character goes, yup. And then they just keep going. They just keep like reffing the game.
Dude. Yeah. I love in Ghost Bouncers in their intro.
Yeah.
He gives this look where he like turns around and he gives like a duck face and then he like gives like another variation of the duck face. He like turns.
He's so in it.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I watched that like a million times in college.
What else did I watch this week? I watched a lot of Sopranos. Finished that Bob D documentary.
That was good.
That was cool.
Dude, the
Yeah.
fact they didn't perform for 8 years is insane.
I think that's what they said at the end. Yeah, it's so wild.
Crazy.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
My quote of the week's from that, but he's like, he won't let you say he's anything.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, hey Bob, you're like a protest singer. He's like, I'm not a protest singer. You're like, oh, you're a pop star. He's like, I'm not a pop star. You're like, oh, you're a folk singer. He's like, I'm not a folk singer. Like he refuses to like let anybody have any control over his story.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I went out with my GF for the weekend. It was fun.
What'd you guys get up to?
Her friend was in town, so what we do? Friday kept it low key. Got a couple margaritas. There's a place that has a nice deal. And then Saturday was more kind of got after it a little bit, which is why I missed the games. I'm sorry, the fights. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
And it was fun. But I was like, on Sunday I was feeling it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I drank a lot.
Dude, I was depressed all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew it too, but I was like just bumming.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I made myself sit still and like not try to like busy my way out of it.
Yeah. And
I realized that like being busy is like the best thing in the world.
Dude, yeah. Like, because we had such a busy week beforehand.
Yeah. Well, because we were I can cut it, but we were pitching like a show, and we were meeting with all these big platforms and TV channels. It was the biggest moment of my life up until this point.
Yeah.
It felt like it was,
Yeah.
And the amount of focus and adrenaline that went into that.
Wow. And I was just thinking about how nice it would be to like writing the show, where you just like you have a place to be for.
Yeah.
You go in, you have that satisfying feeling of like I got some work done, or like even like filming it.
Yeah.
It's like we're like blessed with this free time, but I feel like it's also a curse.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. No, I felt it too.
And then my dad's getting his results back on like if the cancer's gone tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think it's that too.
Yeah, I know that.
Then like my love life is like just bottomless pit of fun experiences, but ultimately not sustainable.
Dude, you're gonna find a queen, man.
From your mouth to God's ears. And then and then mortality stuff. I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have there been any like indications
about my dad?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
well, no. I mean, he seems good. He feels good, but I don't know if that.
Just been waiting.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, we'll see. But he's in good spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw him, he had high energy.
Dude, I mean, he's a fucking beast. Yeah. He brings it.
Yeah. I'm sure his mind will somehow
kill it.
Yeah. I think dude, honestly, I think that's definitely a factor.
I hope you're right, man. I'm such a cynic.
In his mind, he's just like fuck you. He's just
get out of me.
He's like those cells. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
figure it out.
I'm trying to optimize here.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So we read some articles this week. Well, first, everybody's been talking about it. Did you listen to Alex Jones on the Joe Rogan Experience?
Dude, I did, and I gotta say, no matter what your beliefs are, where you stand, you gotta say it was entertaining as fuck.
5 hours.
Dude, and I was like glued to it the whole time. I'm like, this guy is so captivating.
Yeah, I've the first 2 hours I listened to him straight.
Dude,
yeah.
When he gets mad at Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
I was dying.
That was some scary stuff.
Yeah, he's like, they're killing fucking babies.
Yeah. I read more about it, and like, they were like, they only do that if like the mother's gonna die, basically.
Yeah.
And they were basically changing the law from needing 3 doctors to give approval for the 3rd trimester abortion to 1 doctor.
Uh-huh.
But it's intense, scary stuff. Like that's a really scary notion.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about him is he says stuff that is so outrageous. You're like, dude, you're schizophrenic. And then he says stuff where you're like, he's kind of making sense.
Yeah. I think Joe Rogan put it well too, where he's just like, I'm glad we did this because people see that it's like fun hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Which is like what I gathered. I'm like, it'd be really fun to grab a beer with him.
Yeah, because I don't watch InfoWars. I only listen to him on Joe Rogan. I mean, when I thought he was like harassing the Sandy Hook parents, I was like, that's a bridge too far. Like if bad shit happens to you because of that, you kind of have it coming.
Yeah.
But he walked all that back. I don't know, but I still think if he's put him on a lie detector test, he would believe that Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Yeah.
But I think he realizes that that's just not
it's a route to nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks it's a battle he's going to win. So he's like kind of smartly just giving it up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's sort of how I felt too. He's talking about like this is the Alex in 2019.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. There's that soundbite where he's like, "Look, Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded." Just like,
Yeah.
oh no, dude.
That was really funny.
Joe asked
Yeah.
him if he's ever had a head injury, and he's like, "Well, this guy slammed me on the ground, did the pile driver, and it broke the concrete."
All his stories from childhood are like, and Joe's like, I don't think you're a liar, but I was like,
Dude, yeah.
yeah. He's like, I was 14 years old. I was sleeping with a 19-year-old, and her dad was the chief strategist for like Exxon Mobil. And I went over to his house, and he told me, son, you seem like a good kid. You're strong. You're virile. We want you in the group, but the only thing is you have to give your soul up to Satan. And I said, no way. And I'm like, that really,
And the part too where he's like, "You like having sex with my daughter? Me too."
Yeah.
I'm like, what, dude?
And he doesn't have like one experience like that. He has like 10 that he just tells over the course of that one podcast. Yeah.
Where he's talking about like with his parents, his dad's like to his mom, he's like, whatever his mom's name is, like Trish. He's like, "Trish, I mean, it's all real. I mean, they're cyborgs. They're making cyborgs, and they just implant the chip." I'm like, you heard your dad talk about this?
Yeah.
It's all happening at UT. There's a nuclear reactor underneath the campus, and you're like, what?
I thought that was endearing how much he loved his dad.
Yeah.
Like he was like, my dad, doctor, super smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something about listening to him where it's just like, it's kind of an escape, I think, if you don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then I just like, there's so many people who do take him seriously.
Yeah.
That it's tough. But he is independent of that, like independent of his influence. When you listen to him, you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he can maintain that energy for 5 hours is like incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something about the passion.
I wanted Joe, because he accused Joe Rogan of like working for the CIA and like having George Soros like in an earpiece or something like that.
Yeah.
And Joe didn't really.
They kind of brushed over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was it was funny how quickly he switched back to being like boys with
Buddy.
Joe.
They were so buddy. Yeah. They were like, I love you, buddy, right?
And have you seen the clips of him accusing him?
Yeah, they're insane. It sounds like he's gonna like go to like fight to the death with him.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
My buddy, who's a really smart guy, he's a doctor. He went to Harvard, but he's kind of like conspiratorial. He asked me about it, and he says he was asking me about it, and I said, like, there's a part of me that like wants to banish him because he's like a threat to civility, but I'm blown away by what a compelling talker he is. Like his emotion combined with his unbelievably complex, insane conspiracies combined with his actually few good points and shocking evidence. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And then my friend said, fascinating, it's amazing. He said, like in medicine, we learn about schizophrenia and different classifications, and he probably has a schizotypical personality, but he lacks the disorganization, which speaks to an intelligence. And like you almost said, every historical reference he makes is accurate. And even from personal experience, he's connecting dots. Consciousness in the universe is an interdimensional spacecraft, and our bodies are antennas, but also reservoirs of our ancestors' racial memory, both good and bad, like genetic spirit armor. I mean, it's, yeah.
Dude, yeah. That stuff about your body being, you have that, you're carrying what your ancestors, like recollection, all that kind of stuff. It's interesting.
It's cool. It's kind of optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, my perspective is always like, nah, it's like, you're just what you are right now. And then that's it. And then it's over.
Yeah.
But he actually kind of has like this like beautiful version of the universe where everything's like connected.
Yeah. It's like everything's regenerating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause it all comes from the same stuff.
I love it when he's like, they're in cahoots with the aliens. All right, what you have to understand is that the DNC's been working with the aliens for the past 30 years. They're giving up all of our data so that they can metamorphosize our bodies into, hubs for their freak pedophiles. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah. You're like, yeah, that is what it is, right?
Hubs,
right? Yeah.
They're demons. God. When he's talking about Alec Baldwin, there's one clip. It's not from the Joe Rogan episode.
I know, though. You've shown it to me, yeah.
It's so funny. He's like, fuck, what does he say?
He's like, I liked him as an actor. Glenn Ross.
Yeah.
Glenn
Ross.
I'll fight you, you coward.
Yeah.
Dude, he takes his shirt off and he starts going, ah!
He's like, I pray to God that I thank God every day that I'm not with these Hollywood pedophiles and freaks. He's like, look at that sniveling little bastard.
Yeah.
He's like, you'd give me up and hang me in front of my kids, wouldn't you, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he's just like hosting a radio show. His passion is so.
Aaron, did you listen to it?
No.
What's your take on Alex Jones?
It's like yours in that, like, yeah, I don't want to see censorship happen, but when someone controls such a large audience on the fringes and they're harassing someone else, it's like you shouted fire in a movie theater. Like,
yeah, it's so hard to say what the line should be, you know?
Yeah.
Because is there actual I haven't seen him actually say harass the Sandy Hook parents.
No, he certainly doesn't tell them to do it, but
just by giving fuel to those kind of like paranoid thoughts, it kind of enables those people.
Yeah, I think so.
It's tough, man, because is that sort of in the same camp of like blaming Marilyn Manson for like Columbine stuff? Or is it more closely connected because he's speaking directly to the thing that's agitating these people?
I mean, his followers are harassing victims. Like,
yeah, that is hard.
Nothing Marilyn Manson ever did,
was in that ballpark.
I mean, he created art and people blamed him for a tragedy. This is a response to a tragedy, I suppose,
What do you think about Joe Rogan having him on?
I mean, as long as Joe doesn't let him just say stuff and not
check it
ever, yeah, then I'm all for it,
Yeah, I guess that's the core question. Is it good for Joe Rogan to have him on? I don't know.
It's good.
I liked it.
It's good for me because I'm entertained.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Joe cares what anyone thinks about it. He's got fuck you money, and he's like, meh, I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of responsibility, though.
Yeah, I think so.
And you kick the lever and hang me in front of my kids, won't you? You son of a piece of garbage. That's what it was. He's gonna say son of a bitch, but he can't say it on the radio. So
right.
He's like, and you hang me in front of my kids, won't you? You son of a piece of garbage. I'm like, dude, that's funny.
Yeah. Did you read the Jeff Bezos article?
I did, yeah.
So Jeff Bezos, everyone knows this. He's the richest man in the world. He runs Amazon, and he's going through kind of a ugly situation right now where he was having an affair with his wife, with Lauren Sanchez, who is actually married to the head of WME.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, our agent used to be her husband's assistant, Patrick Weitzel.
Are they divorced now?
No, they're still married.
Oh.
And she was married to Tony Gonzalez before that, so she's dated some cool guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, now and then like the National Enquirer he alleges that the National Enquirer was going to release dick pics of him and salacious texts unless he paid up some money, but instead of doing that, he just wrote a piece about how they were trying to do that. It's a smart move by him.
Yeah.
But it's weird to see this guy who's like the most powerful man in the world, like going through this like kind of a public embarrassment.
Yeah, my favorite quote from the article is Jeff Bezos has gone from a low-key, geeky Seattle dad to a chiseled presence on the red carpet.
Yeah, have you seen the way his looks has shifted?
Yeah, he's gone full Hollywood.
Yeah, because when I watched a story from like 1999 with him where he had like fading hair up top and he was like much geekier looking. Now he's got like the perfectly like shaved dome and he looks much fitter and stuff like that. His suits are well tailored. Yeah. The allure. He's caught up in it.
I know he's given into the drama.
Yeah.
It's like he was like kind of, because they're talking about how he's kind of like, he was all about the customer and like sort of wanted to stay unknown in a way, and now he's kind of like
he had that good. They had that good quote where they said the customer always has like
the empty seat,
an empty seat at the board meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I wonder what his maybe he's bored.
Yeah, and then he has this regret minimization framework. That's what he uses to make decisions in his life. Like before he started Amazon, he basically went home and ruminated on whether he should leave his like already good paying job to start Amazon. And he was like, all right, which am I going to regret more in 80 years? And that's basically how he makes all of his choices.
Yeah.
So maybe he used that and he was like, look, I'd rather have an affair right now than not do it.
Do you think he's changed that much? Or do you think now that like, because there seems to have been a lot more attention on him as of late, just because of who he is, and the sort of the rise of Amazon, and people sort of painting them as like the enemy. So you think he's changed that much, or you think now the media is kind of going after him?
Oh, so you think it's just more attention, basically?
Well,
like he's doing all the same shit?
Well, I'm just wondering if you...
No, it's a good question. I don't know. I think he is different.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about him to really say that, but the scope of the things that he has now is so much more vast than it was that I think that does change you.
Yeah.
Like now he owns the Washington Post. He owns like this huge streaming platform. He owns Whole Foods. He owns the biggest like online retailer in history. And now he's like also having these like public feuds with the president and with like all these monster figures. It's like that's got to do something to you. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just it reminds me of it in the movie Casino, Sam Rothstein.
Oh yeah,
Robert De Niro's character, where he's like the best at just like running the casino. He's like so on top of it. He's so into the details. But then at a certain point, it goes to his head, and then he has a talk show.
Yeah,
and it's like the
TV.
worst talk show ever. And everyone's like, "Why the fuck do you have a talk show?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "It gives me a platform. It lets them know they can't mess with me." And like, I feel like Jeff Bezos is in like that stretch of his career right now.
He's having his talk show.
Yeah, he's having his talk show right now, and everyone close to him is like, "Dude, just go back to being behind the scenes." But he's like, once you get that taste of being in front of the camera, it's a good feeling.
Maybe he's gonna have his own show on Amazon, like Jacuzzi Time with Jeff. And it's just he has people come in jacuzzi with him. Like,
I'd watch the fuck out of that.
So Chelsea Handler, what's going on?
Dude, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Dude, in the jacuzzi with
him and
Jeff
Elon
Bezos.
Musk. Yeah. Him and Alex Jones in the jacuzzi.
Oh,
yeah.
dude. Oh, man, that'd be amazing.
I mean, you'd want to watch it. That's the thing.
Dude,
yeah.
Alex Jones just flexing on him the whole time.
Yeah. Alex Jones fucking... The way he always wants to fight when he's on those things.
Yeah.
Where he's like, Eddie Bravo, choke me out.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe. Karate kick me in the head. Come on, I can take it.
Yeah, dude. He's like, I got high testosterone. I drink bone broth. Have you listened to his supplements that he sells?
No.
The commercials are like, he's like
alien.
Now we have bone broth. The way he says it is so funny.
Right. Dude, and then we read this article about The Rock. We're reading about a lot of high intensity dudes today.
Yeah, dude.
It was written by this was a couple years ago. It was a profile for GQ written by Katie Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she is a hilarious writer.
Yeah.
That opening paragraph. Can I read it real quick?
Yeah.
When Dwayne Johnson meets you, and I can assure you he would love to, the first thing he will do is ask you 6,000 questions about yourself and remember the answers forever. If you are a child, good luck getting past Dwayne Johnson without a high five or some simulated roughhousing. If you're in a wheelchair, prepare for a Beowulf-style epic poem about your deeds and bravery, composed extemporaneously, delivered to Johnson's Instagram audience of 85 million people. If you're dead, having shuffled off your mortal coil before you even got the chance to meet Dwayne Johnson, that sucks. Rest in peace knowing that Dwayne Johnson genuinely misses you.
Dude, a true powerhouse of charisma.
Dude, he's a force, dude. Yeah. And I like how in this article she starts off like very tongue-in-cheek, like making fun of like his larger than life like can-do attitude. Yeah. But then by the end of it, she's kind of won over by it. Yeah. And she's like, I would not like bet against this guy being president.
Yeah. That's always a quality that all those big guys seem to have, like him, Bill Clinton, this ability to like make people feel like they're like his best friend.
The center of their universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for politics, you got to have that quality.
Yeah.
Like George Will one time on Alec Baldwin's podcast, he was like, Richard Nixon was not well suited for politics because he hated people.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you got to like people.
You got to want to be around people a lot.
Yeah, and then, I mean, I liked how The Rock loves to work out.
Oh, I loved hearing about that.
No surprise there. Did you guys know that? The Rock likes to work out.
Dude, yeah. If he has a movie set, he has a call time at 7 a.m. He's up at 3.
How's he up so much?
I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, because like,
how does he not sleep?
He'll do like 18-hour shoots and just I don't know, because he looks so good. His skin.
His skin looks good.
He doesn't look tired. And he's always just like doing videos in front of his freaking what are those called? It's not a treadmill. It's not a Stairmaster.
Elliptical.
He's in front of his elliptical. He calls it Bertha. He's like, yeah, Bertha just took me for a ride. It was tough, huh, Bertha? And he's like, he'll like do the voice of his fucking elliptical. I'm like, you're such a corn dog, but
yeah, he is.
But he's, you
got to respect the hustle.
I do like his tenacity, and he had that sort of like, he didn't make it. He was in the CFL, got cut. I had $7 to my name, but I just knew, and then he just started going after wrestling.
Yeah, and they didn't like him in wrestling at first.
Yeah,
they thought he was corny, and then he stuck with it, and he became,
he's very Arnold-like.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A lot like Arnold.
That's why I think he could be president.
Yeah. Do you think he'd be a good president?
I have no idea.
But he just has the ability to get there.
I think he has the ability to get there for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
For sure.
I think I will say this. He might not be the worst one.
I wonder. I want to go to his gym.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in Florida most of the time.
Yeah, near the Everglades, where they said a lot of former athletes like to live because they want a taste of the country life but still be close to Miami.
Yeah.
That appealed to me.
Yeah,
I was like, that sounds smart.
I'll live
Yeah.
there. That's smart.
Do you like what they said about his smile? That his smile is so powerful that they can't deploy it in a movie before the third act, or the audience won't be worried that things are going to go bad anymore.
I missed that part.
Yeah. They're like, you have to be careful. If you put his smile in a movie, like, and he has to go rescue his wife after that, if he smiles before he rescues her, they'll know she's going to be rescued. Because his smile disarms you that much and makes you feel that safe.
Dude, it's big.
Yeah.
Man. How tall is he?
6'4".
It's not that tall.
No, it's still normal human. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like at the cusp. Once you get
Yeah.
above that, you start getting into like, well, you're really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Aaron, you think The Rock would be a good president?
Maybe the character of The Rock from WWE.
Oh.
Really? Because he'd people's elbow foreign dignitaries?
At the very least, yeah.
What if he was Hobbs from Fast and Furious?
I
could
have
be
not seen a
dangerous.
Fast and Furious since the first one.
What?
I actually respect that.
You've only seen the first one?
Keeping it original.
Yeah, and reluctant at that.
Oh,
You didn't want to
dude.
see that one?
Wrong thing to say. Wrong podcast.
What
to
movies
say
do you
that to.
watch?
Oh, dude.
Other ones.
Oh,
Right.
dude.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Not all artsy, that's for sure, because some of that stuff is...
Yeah, I was going to say, do you watch like The Conformist? You watch like Bernardo Bertolucci movies or something?
No.
You watch like 80s movies like Midnight Run or something like that?
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
What about Armageddon?
I like it.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It is a great movie. That movie makes me feel good. Even though it's apocalyptic, you got Bruce, you got Owen, you got Ben, you got...
It's fun guys to go out with. Michael Clark Duncan. Steve Buscemi.
I would love
Will
to...
Patton.
If the world was ending, I'd want to hang out with that ragtag group of dudes.
Yeah, they're a good crew.
Yeah, I'd get on that ship and it'd be so fun.
Hey, Jay! When he's trying to shoot him with the gun.
Yeah.
Everyone's like just loosely calming him down.
He's boning
Yeah.
Liv Tyler.
All right.
All right, Harry. I'm a grown woman, Harry.
Calm down, Harry.
Steve
Harry,
Buscemi.
seriously.
Steve Buscemi gave me my first tampon. Hey, I'm shit.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah.
That would have caused a bigger tangent
I don't
in
know-
my life if I was living that scene out.
I don't know
I'd
if
have been
you-
like, explain that to me, Steve.
Yeah. I don't know if you could put that scene in a movie today.
No. Dude, there's so much of that. I was
Yeah.
watching this old Clint Eastwood and Jeff Bridges movie called Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, which is like supposed to be like a buddy action movie from the 70s. You watch and you're like, all that is fun to these guys is mistreating women. And that's the whole movie. All right, dude, should we get into some questions? What up, bro? Chachos? Hermosa Beach reaching out. Oh, nice, dude. South Bay. How quickly into a relation do you feel comfortable with hanging dong? I'm talking purely from a flaccidity perspective. We all get the confidence of a cannon fully locked and loaded, but soft donging isn't dank for any of the parties involved. Appreciate the perspect. Bro Montana.
Dude, I know where he's coming from, man, because it can be tough. I mean, to show flaccid dong, but I think the earlier you do it, the better.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a magic number on when is the time to do it.
I think it's just confidence, though.
This is one where I'm not, I've just always been comfortable.
Yeah, I was like looking at you talking. I'm like, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've always been comfortable flashing my little dong.
So,
Yeah.
Hermosa Beach, I'm gonna have to say a week.
Or don't force it. Wear sweats until you feel comfortable.
Yeah, or always be erect.
Yeah, that's that'd be cool. I also think it depends who you're with.
For sure.
I remember one time this girl was like, I just don't feel comfortable with my body, and I was like, neither do I. And she was like, you seem comfortable, and I was literally butt naked lying on her couch.
Yeah, neither do I.
And I was like sprawled out with like my hand over my head.
Yeah.
And she's like, you seem comfortable. And then, but I was more sexually experienced than her by a good margin.
Yeah.
If I had felt like a little bit like more intimidated by her experience, maybe I would have been a little more gun shy with flashing the piece.
Yeah.
It's tough though.
So I'd say a week.
A week. with someone you're dating.
Yeah.
What's up, dudes? I'm in a creative English class and I pay this guy Danny to write my essays because I'm too horny for homework. He gave me the newest one that's due tomorrow and it's an erotic fan fiction. Super graphic. Do I turn it in? You think this guy's going to make it through college? Sorry. You'll figure it
He
out.
says he's too horny for homework.
Yeah, I know what he means. But you got to figure it out, dude.
I'd say whoever you're paying to write your essays probably knows you well. And if you're a horny guy and I'd turn it in. The teacher would be like, wow, this guy's really being honest with himself.
Yeah. Yeah, the teacher might appreciate your candor.
Yeah.
And respect your lack of self-consciousness.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson, who I think is like one of the best American filmmakers, when he went to NYU, he only went for a little bit. And what triggered him quitting school was the teacher asked for like a writing sample and he submitted David Mamet's writing, like from like one of his most popular plays. And the teacher gave him back a C.
Oh.
And then he was like, this is a joke. Like, what am I even doing? You just gave a C to like one of the best pieces of like an American playwriting.
Yeah.
And so maybe if this kid turns it in and he gets an A, he knows he should drop out of college.
I like that.
What's up, Stokers? I come to you with this question. I recently met this cute babe at a party, and not much was said to each other until we started hooking up, but we still enjoyed each other's company throughout the late night, sharing very heartfelt laughs. The morning after, she says that she wants to continue seeing me and made it clear that she wants to pursue me, which is great, but my only concern is that she has piercings and occasionally does blow. Nothing against piercings, it's just something that I haven't considered. Should I let these outer extremities affect my thoughts on her, or should I roll the dice and venture onto this new territory? I'd like to remain anonymous. Thanks for all the advice. Keep the pods coming in.
Dude, I wouldn't rush too quickly to judgment, you know? Unless you think her behavior is going to affect your life in a negative way and you're not going to be able to resist it, I'd take some time to get to know her and then decide.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. It could be an amazing relation.
Yeah. I mean, a little blow, piercings.
Yeah.
That sounds par for the course.
Yeah.
She sounds cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, sounds like a cool chick.
Yeah. It could be worse.
Yeah, yeah.
It could be a lot of blow and instead of piercings, pistols.
Or like horns.
Yeah, exactly.
She could have horn implants.
Yeah.
Then you know that you're dealing with like a full-on devil.
Think about how blessed you are.
Yeah.
Hope this technological blast catches you in a most excellent state of stoke. Over the past few months, I've been dealing with a situation that has left me in a distinct and confusing emotional funk. About a year ago, I met this girl who happened to dig on the gentler gender. She is by far the coolest girl I have ever met, and over time, she's become an excellent addition to the squad. Because she was into chicks and even had a girlfriend at the time, it was super easy to be homies with this rad female stoker. We quickly became each other's best friends and spent vacation time flying to visit each other's parents' cribs and met each other's families. Following a night of raging with the squad, we ended up in the same bed and she made a move on me. I didn't want to lose my best friend, so I kind of played it off, even though I really started to feel something emotionally. The next day she admitted that she'd had feelings for me for a while. A little later, she broke up with her girlfriend and we started to spend a lot of time together. She still really felt bad for boking her girlfriend and she ended up trying to squash their beef. In the process, they started dating again, leaving me without my best homie. She told me that we had to break contact and that we couldn't be friends for a while. This left me super bummed and every day felt like a rainy one. After a while, she hit me up to say that she was sorry for cutting off all communication and that she'd been feeling super guilty. She told me she valued me as a friend and missed the stoke that we shared. We started talking again like nothing had ever happened. Stoke was restored. The next day, she hit me up to say that because of what went down between me and her, and because she still has her girlfriend, we probably won't be able to be good friends again. She wished me a good life and said goodbye. She sounded super bummed, and I could tell it was very tough for her to do this. I've been pretty depressed on this for a while because I lost my best friend. Even if we can't be in a relationship, I miss my homie. My dogs all tell me to forget her and move on, but I don't want to forget the awesome times we had. I know there isn't really anything I can do at the moment, but I'm still stuck on this lady. Any advice on how to mentally view this situation a little better and get back to higher levels of stoke? I'd like to remain anonymous.
That's tough. I feel for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say that every relationship is a chance to grow. So on how to mentally view it, I'd say, be grateful for what you guys had, maybe get over some space and try and reconnect in a little bit. Just be stoked on the good times you had.
It sounds to me like they're in love.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no next move, really. I mean, who can predict these two crazy kiddos?
Yeah.
And it's easier said than done, but if I were you, man, I would just strap in and try to enjoy the ride. Yeah, because I feel like you guys are on this roller coaster for life, and there's going to be some ups and downs, but in the end, it'll be fun.
They're probably going to be engaged next week. Stoke restored, guys. We're going to an Elvis wedding chapel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'll support you in that. What's up, good stokers? You guys give me genuine laughs, and for that I am grateful. Keep doing you and don't look back. One of my closest friends is an absolute babe who I met during an abroad trip to Italy. We had a couple drunk makeouts and the closest thing to a three-way I've had, but never did the deed. Anyway, we have remained close friends and ever since, and I value our friendship greatly. I never felt a strong feeling to try to be with her, but maybe I'm holding back. My question is, do I see if there is something there, just play it cool as friends, or let something happen organically? I don't want to ruin a fantastic friendship, but I feel like maybe it's worth a shot because she is amazing. However, I feel like if there was something there, maybe it would have happened because I know she had a crush on me in the past and maybe now. Thanks for the weekly stoke.
Dude, you got to go for it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe she's waiting for him to make the move,
I completely agree. You just got to ask her out.
Yeah. Go to a friggin' Red Robin and have some steak.
Absolutely. What's up, dudes? I'm a long-time listener of the pod. I freaking love you guys so much. You don't even know. Anyways, a lot like you, JT, I'm a recovering porn addict, and I try my best to jizz out of my dick via DreamWorks rather than Pixar. Very nice.
That's an analogy.
Yeah, I've been doing a great job of staying off the hub, but I now suffer from a greater temptation. I want to bone my cousin. She lives right down the hall from me, and I don't know, just out of nowhere, I've been wanting to bone my cousin. Should I keep fighting the temptation to bone, or just give in and start boning my cousin? Also, I am afraid that if I do start boning my cousin, my other cousin, who is like a brother to me, will be really pissed off at me for boning his sister. Thank you both so much for the great wisdom, and as always, fuck Puzio.
Dude, thank you for your question. I wouldn't bone his cousin.
Yeah. I've been attracted to my cousins before, and the times where I was attracted to my cousins were the times when I had very few options outside of my cousins. I think you should, because you're right, it's going to affect the entire family. This isn't a decision that happens, and it's not a decision without ramifications. There's going to be some weird ones. So
he's also talking like his cousin's down already.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure. But I'd work harder to meet people outside of your family tree.
Watch like Sleepless in Seattle or like Forgetting Sarah Marshall and find your Mila Kunis.
And to the fuck Puzio thing, I thought, at the end of, Puzio was a kid I fought in high school, and some of the stokers say fuck Puzio now. Which, was complicated for me because I'm glad they're on my side, but at the same time, it was years ago. And I was over it. But then some of my friends showed me a picture of Puzio, and he looks good.
Good how?
Like, he looks kind of interesting. He's got long hair and a beard, and he seems like he's living kind of like a free, immersive life.
Oh, like yoga?
It pissed me off because I thought he was going to be fat. And if he was fat, let bygones be bygones. But he looks good. He looks fit and ready for the fight.
Where is he at?
So now I'm jacked up.
Where is he?
I don't know, but I don't want to be that guy. But I'm pumped. I'm jacked. I'm ready. Interpret that as you will.
Is this a formal call out?
I don't want to go there, but I'm ready. I'm not. Look, I didn't make the first move the first time we fought. He started the fight.
Well, that photo he took was a personal attack on you.
You think that?
Mm-hmm.
What makes you say that?
Well, how'd your friends get it for one? Why'd he look so good?
I think my friends looked him up on Facebook and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I thought he sent it to them. Like, give this to Par. Look how good I'm doing. I'm fucking free. I'm doing yoga every day. Kundalini, bitch.
Dude, if he did that, I wouldn't be here right now recording. I'd be on the road on the way to his fucking house.
You'd be in your Prius.
You sent a photo of yourself to my
metal.
friends to fucking threaten me?
Dude,
that's
that's the move, dude, if you're looking good.
Dude, when my friends were like, hey, do you want to see this picture of Puzio? I was like, no. And they're like, he looks good. I said, let me see it. Because I thought he was going to look bad.
Yeah.
I thought the fight changed him for the worse. And so I didn't want to make it worse. But now that I know he's happy, maybe happier than I am.
But would still use fucking rings in the fight?
You think he would?
Yeah.
You think he's still got that in him to reach low like that and do something dirty to win?
Dude, a beard doesn't change that. I'll train you.
We got to have him on the pod.
I'll train you.
I think what we should do is he and I talk it out. And then if at the end of the pod we decide we still want to mix it up. They got a big space here.
I'll make you do jump rope to train.
Yeah. I got to get over this depression, start training. There's no room for depression if I'm in mortal combat with my worst enemy.
Dude, once you get into mortal danger, you're going to fucking...
It'll bounce out of it.
You'll punch your way out of it.
Yeah. As Vortree said, you just got to punch your way out, baby. Just keep throwing those hands. All right. My squad and I have been debating this for some time. I need you to weigh in to end the discussion once and for all. Do you think Chewbacca has a human dick or one of those red rocket things that dogs get when excited? George Lucas hasn't responded to our outreach to this important topic. Thanks, Tim.
Dude, Tim, thank you for your question. I gotta go Red Rocket.
Oh.
Wait, I mean, otherwise I can't see him having like a human hairless dong, you know?
So I think it's a human dong, but I don't think it's hairless.
You think it's covered in fur?
I think it's covered in fur. I think he has a furry human dick.
But do female Chewbaccas have like a furry vagine?
Yeah.
Oh. That's gross.
I guess.
Dude, imagine them boning. He already sounds like he's boning whenever he talks.
Yeah. What? How does Chewbacca sound?
I'm coming.
I think he'd feel good if it was furry.
Oh, what, like a chinchilla
So when
coat?
someone massages your head, it's nice.
Yeah. That is interesting. Maybe you wouldn't need much like lubrication.
Yeah.
Dude, good question. I'm surprised George Lucas didn't get back to him.
Yeah, he's up his own butt. Hey, bros, I love the pod. It does so much for me in terms of stoke, but that has taken a hit, and I will cut right to the chase. I'm 16 years old, and I fear I may have gotten my girlfriend knocked up. I don't know for sure, and I am extremely worried. We are fairly confident neither of our families will support us, and we are not sure what to do. Again, we do not know for sure, but with a late period and other small things associated with pregnancy, we are extremely afraid. Please help me lift my stoke during these stressful times. Love the pod and you bros.
That sucks.
I think this is way above our pay grade.
Yeah.
I think one thing we can say is wear a condom.
Yeah, good message.
Wear a condom. To the other stokers, wear a condom so you don't have to deal with this situation. I can't tell you what to do, man. I'm sorry. I just don't know you. And yeah, you're too young and precious for me to say what you should do.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, maybe this guy should seek out like a school counselor or something.
Yeah, there's got to be someone he can talk to.
Yeah.
Who can he talk to?
Well, I just know that coming from us, at least me, I'm praying that she's not.
I hope she's not.
Yeah.
I hope you guys dodge a bullet here and you get smarter because of it.
Yeah.
But if she is, you need to find an adult in your life that you can trust and talk to and seek their counsel. Yeah. And yeah, maybe we'll hit you up off channel and try to help facilitate that. But we can't make that decision for you, my friend. I'm sorry. What's up, bros? Super dire Sitch here. Me and my bros are stationed in Japan. We were out of Pendleton. Long story short, I blacked out at some Japanese country bar and was carried home by some strangers I apparently met. Nothing unusual. My roomie put me into my top bunk, and went to bed on the bottom bunk. I woke up and clearly the atmosphere was super tense. My other roomie told me I woke up, climbed off my bunk, and let loose a stolid stream of Japanese whiskey piss all over my roomie on the bottom bunk. To add insult to injury, I climbed back into my bunk and went to bed. I apologized for but both our stoke is clearly hampered by this sitch. It doesn't help our other bros yell, "Why does it smell like piss?" every time we're in the same room, which is hilarious, but Ob slaps my bro's ego. How do I repair this bond with my bro, which has been tarnished?
You could offer to let him pee on him.
Yeah, I always think that's good.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye. In penance is okay. Yeah. I think, you're in this guy's debt. You got to make it up to him. Concerts, movie nights, a shoulder to cry on whenever he needs it.
Yeah.
And for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a wizard, you know, you got to pay your debts. And either it comes in, you know, the form of pee or constant gifts.
All right, this kid's going to prom. I have a bit of a sitch that could ruin my vibe before spring break. To preface, my ex-girlfriend broke up with me back in November, and it was a pretty serious relationship. For a month or so afterwards, I was trying to get over it any way I could. That being said, I was asked to prom and accepted so I could officially move on. After agreeing to go, I found out my ex-girlfriend was going to be on the prom bus with me. In addition to everyone else on the bus are schmoles, including my date. What should I do to enjoy my prom and set a good tone for spring break, which starts the day after? Your boy, Reggie.
Did he just say his date's a schmoll too?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Just fucking dance, dude.
Dude, good advice, man. Just, have fun.
Yeah.
Be nice to your date and have fun.
Break it down the dance floor.
Yeah, it's still up to you. You still have the opportunity to have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a specific trick. You know, maybe try to get your hands on the auxiliary cord.
Yeah. Maybe learn a move. You know, you can go on YouTube, learn specific moves.
Smart.
You know, Michael Jackson moves
Super
are probably
smart.
pretty controversial right now. So I don't know about that, but you know, just look up some, you know, watch Step Up. Learn a Channing Tatum move and fucking bring it to prom, dude. You'd get the vote for prom king, like you'd steal it from whoever just got elected.
That's great advice. What's up, fellas? Big fan of the pod, and thanks for keeping the stoke tank full at all times. I have a little situation. So I currently live in New Jersey, but I'm moving to Florida at the end of April. I've been telling my friends, and they seem to be pretty amped for me for the most part. However, there's this one girl I used to work with who doesn't seem to be taking the news so well. We've gotten pretty close, and we hang out quite a bit, but never have hooked up or anything. Now she's asking me to basically spend all my life with her, which I'm obviously not going to do. We hung out last night, went out to the bars, got pizza, and went back to her place. I had a feeling we were about to get it on. We were watching True Detective, and I look over, and this chick is masturbating on the couch next to me, not trying to be discreet about it. I thought to myself, let's make a move. I try to slide in and get hit with an abrupt no. I'm trying to figure out if I'm being friend zoned so hard or if this chick is batshit crazy. Or maybe she was turned on by Marshala Ali's phenomenal acting. Sorry for my pronounce on the name there. At the end of the day, I don't really care since I'm moving, but damn am I confused. Peace and love, stokers.
True Detective's a good show, so I'm not surprised at her reaction. So maybe it's the show.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't think you're being friend zoned.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of friend zone anecdotes that are, she masturbates in front of me but won't let me help.
I don't think I've ever heard a story where a friend of yours, you look over and is masturbating.
Right. That's kind of a not quite friend, not quite girlfriend. It's in a gray zone.
Yeah.
Dude, I think this girl is, wild. And she's probably got a big heart and some issues. But those people are wonderful. And I'd just be nice to her and be happy it happened. Chad will tell you, I brought a gal to we went to Jimmy Tatro's birthday. And I thought I'd impress this girl by bringing her to the party. And I thought I'd look cool at the party by bringing this girl. And she was a wild one.
It's hilarious.
I mean, she was dancing right when we got in there in a very skimpy outfit, and she was moving and gyrating, and then she'd make eye contact with strangers, and she'd stick her tongue out. And it was exciting.
Yeah.
And at first she was all over me, and as the night progressed, I couldn't quite keep up with her. And then at one point she was just dancing on top of a girl on top of a couch, so it was pretty visible. And they were just grinding for 20 minutes, and I looked a little derpy just watching, and I went up to her and I said, "Hey, I'm tired. I think you ready to hit it?" And she said, "I'm going to stay with this girl." She's like, "Did I not tell you I was bisexual?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, I am." And then I just decided to hang in there. I was like, I can do this. I can hang in there. I can take some hits and still come out on top. And so I spent the rest of the night with her, and she was getting dry humped by women and men. And, I tried to get on the other side of the guys and make eye contact with them and let them know I wasn't going anywhere. And one guy even just grabbed her butt. And I gave him an angry look, like, you just going to grab her ass? And then without missing a beat, he grabbed my ass too.
That's a good move.
It was smart. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, he does it to everybody.
Like, now I can see why you're at this party.
Yeah. And then I ended up convincing her that we should go back to her place together. We get there, we make out. I find a condom on the floor. I pick it up to make fun of her a little bit. She grabs the condom, says this is a good thing. Don't quite know what she means by that. And then she gets on the phone with 2 burly dudes. They sounded burly, and they're like, hey, what's up? It's Derek. Should I come up? She's like, yeah, come up. She's like, my friends are coming up. And I said, I got to go. Now, am I in the friend zone with her? I don't know. I'd say it's a different thing altogether.
I don't think you are, but I'm just glad you didn't run into those dudes in the elevator.
I was worried, dude. I was nervous leaving.
You'd be like trying to leave, and they like sort of both grab you.
I thought they were going to grab me under the arms, right, and walk me back in. Yeah, that's what my fear was completely.
Yeah.
She was like, what's going on? Why are you leaving? I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. And her and I have been talking a little bit, but my therapist doesn't think she's the smartest match for me, and I think that's probably true.
Yeah, she was a good dancer, though. I mean, there's one point where she was literally like bent over, grinding against you, like holding onto like a table. And I'm like, that is intense. Caroline and I were watching. We were just like, damn.
What face was I making?
You were just stoked. You're so stoked.
I had a great time. And then I talked to 2 actresses from
Real Bros.
From Real Bros came up to me and they're like, hey, you're like Chad's friend. I was like, yeah, what's up? They're like, how's your night going? I'm like, I'm on this date with this girl. And she's kind of dancing with other people. And at that moment they turn and they go, she just made out with that guy. But then it helped me that they talked. They were so nice to me. They talked to me for a minute. And then they took off. And then the girl came back who I was on the date with. And she was like, you're flirting with other girls in front of me? Are you fucking serious? And I just started laughing. I was like, wait, are you really trying to spin it that way?
Yeah.
I was like, you're nuts. And then I looked at her. I was like, you really do remind me of my mom.
Dude.
Yeah, I kind of understood where my dad was at in the 80s in Miami with my mom, just trying to ride that lightning.
I like it.
Just like, well, I'm going to just hold on tight.
Yeah.
A lot of the write-ins this week kind of have that vibe.
Yeah, you just got to hang on and let them gallop.
Just hang on. Yeah.
I like it.
Sup, homies in Stoke Nation. I hope all is well. I heard y'all's pod with Johnny Mitch, and it really made me want y'all's opinion on my sitch. So here it is. I just got out of the Texas Department of Corrections 3 months ago after doing 18 months for selling wax, which I find ludicrous, but the law's not up to my discretion. I'm glad you're out, my friend. Like, I thought I'd be super stoked to be free, but honestly, I'm super bummed. My girlfriend moved 250 miles away with my dog and doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. My friends forgot about me. My grandpa died, and I couldn't go to the funeral. Oh, man, I'm sorry. And not to include the fact that I can't even get a decent job or get into a good school, which is really making me want to go back to my old ways. I don't know, bros. I've just been really down in the dumps and not stoked at all. I really value you guys' opinion and would greatly appreciate some advice. Stay up, Stoke Nation. Stay up.
Dude, I'm really sorry, man. That's tough. I would stay the course. You've hit a bottom, but the only way is up. And you'll find your way, and it'll lead into something better than you could have ever imagined, I think. I think the worst thing you can do is go back to your old ways.
I agree.
Yeah.
What's going to happen there? You're going to get caught again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of happy endings in that business. Yeah. I think be grateful that you only did 18 months. It could have been worse. You could have got hurt. Could have got somebody else hurt. You could have done more time. And, yeah, there's going to be some wreckage from that, but you can get through this. You just got to find something else that brings you joy. Find something else to have self-worth in.
Mm-hmm.
Because that life is just it's going to not make you happy or be sustainable.
It's like Joe Rogan says, be the hero of your own movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you got an opportunity now to get better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. It sounds like it's been tough, but it'll get better. Hey, dudes, I got blacked out and had a dick tattooed on my delt. My delt is sick, but the dick is not. What can I turn it into so it looks like a cool tattoo and not a straight up dong? Thanks, Tim.
So he's got a dong on his belt.
Yep.
Dude, I think it's simple. Rocket ship.
Nice.
Put NASA on the shaft. You're golden.
Smart.
Maybe some like fire from the tail, and like so the balls are like engines. You got a freaking rocket ship. Be like, yeah, I want to be an astronaut.
I respect astronauts.
Yeah.
They go into space.
What do you think?
My thought was that it's okay to have a dick on your shoulder if everything else in your life suggests that you wouldn't be the kind of person who would have a dick on your shoulder. Like our buddy Joe, not Maurice, the Joe P. He's got a Lakers tattoo on his butt. But you meet Joe, he's like a super put together guy. He's got a good job, solid relation. You know, he pays his taxes. You wouldn't expect him to have a Lakers tattoo on his butt. I mean, he's fun, but you wouldn't expect him to have a Lakers tattoo on his butt. So then when you find that out, you're not like, what a weirdo. You're kind of like, whoa, really? Nice.
Yeah.
It kind of adds or I knew this one guy I worked with, JP, who was like the most put together guy at work. He was always on top of everything. If you worked for him and you walked by him, he was going to give you an assignment that needed to happen. He was just on top of shit. And he had a goofy email. He was like funbounce@gmail. And we were like, that's Jay's email? He could get away with it because he was so good at his job. So if you're really good at everything else, you can get away with having a dick on your delt.
Yeah. Could be a good conversation starter, too.
Exactly.
'Cause maybe a rocket ship would be kind of like elementary.
I feel like you're almost like you have like a retreat for the Fortune 500 company that you're running. Everyone's at the pool. You're the CEO. You take your shirt off and everyone goes, whoa, Mr. Myers has a dick on his delt. And you're like, crazy story, right? And they're like, what an animal, dude.
Yeah.
And he runs a Fortune 500 shipping company? No way, dude. You're the greatest, Mr. Myers.
Look at the veins on that dong, dude. That is so detailed.
Look at the details. He's like, I got hammered. I used to get hammered. They're like, you used to get hammered? He's like, I did. But after the dick, I figured stuff out, changed my life, and I made sure this would be the last time I ever looked like a dick. And everyone's like, yes, Mr. Myers.
Look at that single pube, man.
Dude, there's a pube on there, dude. What does that pube mean?
Just coming off the ball, dude.
Dude, look at the detail.
A pube.
All right, dude. Chad, who is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is with sleep paralysis.
Good beef, dude.
Stokers, I don't know if you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, but it is a shifty motherfucker. For those of you who don't know, when you go to sleep and you go into deep sleep, your body enters into a state of paralysis so you don't act out your dreams and just, run around the house sleeping. It like keeps your body tight. So it stays in your bed and you stay warm and comfortable and under the covers and just having a good time. I think sleep paralysis is caused by extreme exhaustion. So if you're like extremely tired, then you go to sleep. Sometimes your body will go to sleep before your mind does. So your body will go to sleep and you'll enter into that state of paralysis, but your mind will still be awake.
Whoa.
So you'll be awake, but you can't move. You're like fully paralyzed. And your body goes into a state of panic. So then you start seeing things, like you see like demons and stuff. And I've experienced this, and it's just like your body for some reason creates those hallucinations, I think, or they're real. Who knows? I think it's hallucinations, but so yeah, there's been times. I remember one time I was in sleep paralysis. I wake up, and it literally feels like there's like a demon like a foot away from my face. I was on my belly, a demon like a foot away from my face, just like breathing super hard. And then I was getting pulled by my feet back across my bed.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was fucking... I think it lasts for like 10 seconds, but feels like 2 minutes.
And that's from being tired?
Yeah, from like extreme exhaustion.
Whoa.
And so it was like... And then there's another time where I woke up and I just couldn't move. And I just look in the corner of the room and it looks like there's just like a demon flying in the corner. Scary as shit. And then there was one time... it was just like, it's scary. It happened to me like 10 times. It's horrible, So sleep paralysis, I want to give you a big fuck you, Quit trying to scare me when I sleep, I'm trying to get that REM. I'm trying to recharge. I'm trying to get optimal levels of stoke. I'm trying to freaking dream of green juice and cold showers and, my lady friend and like all kinds of stuff. You know, I'm not trying to wake up and see a freaking demon.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a message to my bod. Hopefully this enters my subconscious. Like, don't don't wake up when body's asleep. Fucking assholes.
Nice.
So stokers, write in your stories of sleep paralysis. I want to hear about it because I think it's super interesting. Who's your beef of the week?
Dude, my beef of the week, and I mentioned it earlier, is depression. I don't know if I'm just sick or if I am genuinely feeling blue, but I made myself sit on the couch yesterday and just hang out by myself and not let myself be extroverted, basically. And dude, I was bumming. And I was just like, I just felt like I was covered in like a thick, like gel. And it was like, I couldn't move. And I was just like, get off me. And so I was like, something's up. And I didn't know what it was. So I looked up depression. It's like 8 signs you're depressed. And like, I was doing all of them. And then like the main one was like, you just don't find joy or optimism in things. And I was like, bang, dude, that's what I'm feeling. And you know, I'm lucky. I got like a lot of good people in my life. I got you and Joe and my fam and my, you know, other boys. And like, I was like, I'm lucky. Even though I'm bumming, I'm lucky. And then, you know, I know I'll get through it, but I was just like, fuck this thing. But at the same time, I'm like, it's good I'm feeling it. You know, you gotta feel it all. So that's my beef. Who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is my hairstylist, Jess.
She's great.
Who JT met because she bleached our eyebrows.
Dude, she's super cool.
Yeah, I just want to give her a major shout, you know, because like freaking, you know, you guys know how important my hair is to me. And it's, you know, getting a haircut is a big stressful deal, you know. Strider's outlined it a few times. You could get a dong cut, you know, and I like to keep the flow, you know. I like to keep it nice and flow like, you know, gotta keep it cool. And dude, when you go to get a haircut, it could be a big risk. You know, they could cut it short without you even realizing it, and then you could be just bummed for the next 3 months, and just I just stay indoors in my closet. You know, I'm like, I can't appear without flow. And Jess took away all that fear from me. You know, I started getting haircuts from her about a year and a half ago, and she's like, I will keep your flow intact and cool. And I'm like, thank you, Jess. You get it. All right. She's not going to try some weird, you know, hairstyle on me. I'm like, just take an inch off, keep it cool, keep it light, and keep it fresh. And she knows exactly how to do that. So, yeah, I just want to give her a shout out. Thank you so much for, you know, keeping my hair fresh. She just got engaged too. Major congratulations. Congrats. Yeah. And, yeah, she's a freaking legend, you know? So stokers, if you're ever in LA and you want to get a dank haircut, and yeah, by the way, I go to a salon, okay?
Don't get defensive. We all do it.
I go to a salon,
we all
okay?
do it, baby. That's where you got to go.
You know, I'm just standing here trying to flex as hard as I can, you know, not trying to flex, but you know, I'm standing tall, okay? And I'm going to say it openly, I go to a salon because I care about my hair.
Of course.
Yeah. So, you can hate all you want, be like, "Oh, you go to a salon, how much do you pay?" I pay whatever is needed to keep my hair fresh. Okay,
it's a priority.
It's a priority. There's food and my hair and rent.
Yeah,
in that order.
I think that's where it should be.
Steak, hair, apartment. So yeah, go to a salon.
Don't feel bad about the salon thing. I asked my dad because my dad worked in hair care.
Yeah,
and I said, "Dad, you're a manly guy." I said, "Did you ever feel uncomfortable or out of your depths working in the beauty industry?" And he goes, "No."
Dude, that's a sign of high tea.
Yeah.
That is some high ass tea. Who's your legend?
My legend of the week is Pete Davidson, dude. We've talked about him on the pod before. The guy has had an up and down year, but he keeps coming. And as I'm sure a lot of you stokers know, he was making out with Kate Beckinsale at a New York Rangers game.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing bits with John Mulaney. He's got a movie coming out with Judd Apatow. It's like, you can fucking dump on this dude, but all you're doing is putting fuel on his fire. And just don't dump on him. Go easy on him. Life is hard.
I love it.
He's my legend.
I love it.
I love it. I see his creepy looking ass making out with Kate Beckinsale. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude. Yeah, I looked at
His
the photo.
tongue.
I
Yeah,
looked at the photos. I'm like, ew.
it's ill. It makes me go ill too. I go,
Yeah.
my instinct is ill. That's
Yeah.
not right. Then I go, that's not right, and that's why it's great
Yeah.
because he's overcoming the odds every time.
There's got to be something to him if, these guys are buddying up with him.
I saw him on stage at 19. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
He commanded the room like a 20-year vet. Yeah, he had real talent. Yeah.
Cool.
But this extends even beyond that. This is just him taking hits publicly and then just walking through it. Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My babe of the week?
Sorry.
My babe of the week is the Sunday Scaries.
Oh.
Yeah. Now might be thinking, hey, shouldn't this be a beef? Well, you know what? I had a serious case of the Sunday Scaries yesterday. I was bumming like you, and I was just like, man, I had a wonderful time with my GF, and then Sunday came and I was just like, it's just like, I was like, fuck, dude, and I think, I would beef with Sunday Scaries, but I'm like, you know what? Thank you for putting me through the freaking ringer, and showing me what the downtime is like.
Exactly.
So that I can really understand how good the good times are.
I was feeling the same way, man.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate stuff.
Yeah, and maybe I can think, hey, maybe, I love feeling good so much. Maybe I just don't need to drink as much when I go out. I don't need to go that hard because people can't even tell when I'm like super hammered and there's really no difference.
I honest to God, I think you're more fun.
Yeah, I know.
On green juice,
dude. I noticed that too. When I was like having fun, and then I started drinking, and I'm like, man, I'm a little bit like slower, and it's like not as cool.
Yeah.
But then but it just gives you that confidence to where you're like, oh, this will be fun. But
sometimes it's just fun to do something that's not good for you.
Yeah, for sure. So I just want to say thank you, Sunday Scaries, for putting that into perspective. And freaking Dr. Phil says that pain is a motivator. So if it wasn't for
that is true.
It wasn't for going for that roughness, that wouldn't have motivated me to really get after it today and just fight through it and just friggin' drink as much green juice as I can and power through that treadmill.
That is very true.
So Sunday Scares are a babe because you learn from the lows. Yeah, who's your babe?
My babe of the week is the 2005 Detroit Pistons, NBA champions. I was watching Paul Pierce on ESPN say that Kyrie Irving isn't good enough to be the lead player on a championship team. He was saying he needed to be the 1B, sort of how he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then Chauncey Billups happened to be on the same show, and he was like, really? You don't think he's good enough? Because Chauncey Billups was the best scorer and probably best player on the 05 Pistons, and I would say at their respective peaks, Kyrie's actually the better player. Maybe on balance because of Chauncey's defense, you can make an argument that he's better, but I don't know. I think getting buckets is the premium in the NBA, and Kyrie's better at that. But the reason the 05 team was able to win is because all of those guys played their best and accepted their roles, and the sum of the parts was greater than the, what is the saying? The sum of the parts was greater than the individual parts. I mangled it. But I just really respect that. All those 05 Pistons players, the starting five of Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, and Chauncey Billups, all borderline, perennial all-stars or a notch below, but all guys who wanted to win and made it work with the guy next to him. And I didn't like watching them play very much. I thought they were boring as fuck, but I admire what they accomplished. And you guys, way to go above what we thought your ceiling was. And Kyrie, maybe you could learn something from him.
I love it.
My dog. Do we have a mission statement of the week?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. So again, this comes from our dog, Garrison.
Garrison, thank you for prepping these for us, brother.
All right, this one's exciting because I think this one's going to take the cake. This comes from Volcom. Dude.
Who's top notch? Who's top of the heap right now? Riptide?
Rip Curl.
Riptide's a sushi restaurant.
Rip Curl.
It's good.
Volcom, I mean, you think of Volcom, you think inherently they have soul. I've always thought that. Maybe because Bruce Irons was their main surfer for most of his career.
For sure.
Founded in 1991. Their mission statement: we were born to chase what we are true to. It's not what we want to. It's not that we want to. We have to. We have a vision that turns obstacles into opportunity, a creative courage to tempt the impossible and embrace the strange, telling us to push further, to try again. Endlessly seeking elevation, we are all connected by this same internal force. Forever we chase that intoxicating moment when our vision is realized. The world around us goes quiet, and for brief moments, we are more than alive. Volcom. True to this.
Nice.
I mean, I just think they're just passion incarnate.
You feel that. Chad, what is your quote of the week?
My quote of the week, once again, comes from our dog, Ashley Schaefer. What's his name? Danny McBride, otherwise known as Kenny Powers. He's in a little bit of a tiff with Ashley Schaefer. This is the third season. And, or maybe it's the second season. I think it's the second season. And because Kenny messed up this whole like press conference thing, and now Ashley Schaefer owns a Kia dealership instead of BMWs. And they're kind of beefing because, I forget why. Anyways, Danny McBride goes, why don't you just sashay on out of here while I talk with my business partner? And Ashley Schaefer comes back and he's like, it's you, Kenny Powers, who needs a sashay off my property while I hold my Kias. And I just thought it was an excellent comeback. You know, he really came after him, used the same word, and just sashayed his ass out of there. And I was also proud of the fact that he holds Kias at his dealership now. You know, he's like, I'm not backing down. I know who I am. I know I have nice flow. And it's you who needs a sashay.
Nice.
Yeah. Sashay off my property while I hold my Kias.
My quote of the week is from the Bob Dylan documentary, No Direction Home by Martin Scorsese. It charts like the early part of Dylan's career where he like really like becomes the artist we kind of know him as. And it's kind of the sweetest moment in the doc. Dylan's quoting one of his contemporaries, this guy named Clancy. And the quote that guy gave him was, no fear, no envy, no meanness. And Dylan's talking about it 40 years later, so it stuck with him.
That's cool.
Yeah, I dug it.
No meanness.
Yeah. And maybe there's something to the order of it, too. No fear, no envy, no meanness. Maybe they work in that order.
I love it.
Yeah. All right.
Is that it?
Do we have any ads?
No ads.
All right, well, I'll just do an ad real quick then for a UCI baseball and for my friend Danny Babona. He's a hell of a guy, hell of a friend, hell of a baseball coach, hell of a father now. And if you're a young buckaroo who can throw or swing, the place to go is UCI. They should call it UC Newport Beach because it's right there.
We're also brought to you by Douglas Lubricant. Guys, you love to bone, and you love to bone well, and you love to bone hard. And when you bone, you need to bone right with Douglas, okay? They've got tons of flavors, mango, sherbet, cherry, original, anal. And guys, when you bone smooth and bone right with Douglas. And also, they're getting industrial, so if you have an engine and you need to lube it up, hit up Douglas. They've got the best stuff.
Hell yeah. All right, Stokers. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That's episode 60. And check out our Patreon, patreon.com/chatgoesdeep. Stay stoked, guys. Later.
Good job, Doc.
You too.
I'm a little lost without you. Well, that could be an understatement. Oh, well, now I hope that I have paid the cost to let a day go on by and not call on you. 'Cause I'm so busy thinking about kissing you. And now I wanna do that without entertaining another thought. Out on the ocean surf, I'll have to pull myself together. Now it's harder, I'm not on my turf. Just me and those big old waves rolling in. 'Cause I'm so busy thinking about kissing you. And now I wanna do that without entertaining another thought. It's so unfinished. Our love affair, a voice in me is telling me to run away. I hope your feelings isn't diminished. I hope you need someone in your life, someone like me. 'Cause I'm so busy thinking about kissing you. And now I wanna do that without entertaining another thought. Little lost without you. Well, that could be an understatement. Oh, and now I hope that I have paid the cost. Too little, a day gone by and not call on you. 'Cause I'm so busy thinking about kissing you. And now I wanna do that without entertaining another thought.